When Hugh Hefner, the founder of Playboy, ditched his stereotypical version of the American dream and published the first issue of Playboy featuring unlicensed nude pictures of Marilyn Monroe, he laid the stepping stones for a brand new American dream. An American dream where people like him and his Playboy was an integral entity of the country's leading impression of spectator sex. Well, basically, he sold sex, commercialized it, naturalized it, and printed billions. Intriguing, right? Don't you worry, because today we are going to take you for a ride in the journey of America's most exquisite addition to the world, selling the idea of sex, ultimately paving the way for phenomena such as OnlyFans. Welcome to Wealthy Mindset, where we explore unique and breathtaking angles from the world of money, economics, personal finance, and investing. But before we get started, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to never miss another video. Hugh Hefner changed the way the world saw sex. Period. He naturalized it, he monopolized it, then commercialized it and presented it before the world. Playboy turned sexual desire into a multimedia giant industry that actually opened up a lot of gates. At a time when even the use of words like contraceptives and pregnant was forbidden in the media, this man came up with a magazine containing pictures of nude women. Teenagers killed for it, and it was the evening's delight for the men. Only within a span of 1 year, it circulated 200,000 copies and crossed the million mark within 5 years. But how exactly did it change America, and why did it become so huge? Well, Hefner answered it himself in an interview given way back in 1992, where he notably said that he is proud of the fact that Playboy destigmatized and decontaminated the notion of premarital sex. It essentially brought sex in general discussion, free of its brown hidden bags. Right from the very first issue itself, the intentions of the magazine were very clearly in public domain, and it read on all its issues as, "If you are a man between the ages of 18 and 80, Playboy is meant for you." The reason why it appealed to the men, even though there was already existing erotic content available, was that it brought it out unapologetically in the open. Further, the United States really didn't suffer much bloodshed because of the two world wars like Europe, and the youth didn't see battles. Rather, they got themselves entangled with more adventure and nudity. It changed the conception of how the men approached sex then, instead of being all macho, unrelated way of sex, to a more nuanced, generalized version of a playboy who didn't have to act tough. It was a nerd's way to sexuality, and the men instantly connected. Hefner's success in pioneering the sex industry was based in the idea to challenge the notion that sex was for reproduction alone. It unsinned it. He wasn't selling the act of sex, as pornography did, but what he actually commoditized was the dream of sex, denoted by possession of this simple magazine. The urge to nudity was sanitized and sold, and guess what? It still works today. More in online forums of OnlyFans and other paid content-based subscriptions. Each of the issues featured a Playmate of the Month who would represent a realistic woman you could meet in real life and not a professional model. The magazine was laid out in a manner that the pages preceding the centerfold acted as a seduction as the pages turned, till the nude appeared. But what it led to was that it grew big to become a lifestyle. Hefner did not limit it to nude pictures in magazines, but set up Playboy clubs and mansions orchestrated to live the Playboy life. These clubs were designed for customers to enjoy their gourmet or their drink with bunnies all around. These weekly trained girls following a very strict bunny manual were the major attraction of these clubs. Even though lashed with initial feministic critique, Playboy made pornography and strip clubs as the modern standard of an expressive sexual freedom that assimilated the raunch culture. It always projected the idea of nudity as respectable, even desirable medium for women to show themselves off. This sexual revolution made millions. Its circulation peaked in 1972 at 7.16 million copies sold worldwide, churning out a profit margin of $12 million. That's equal to $73 million today. By the early 2000s, Playboy's bunny logo would literally be spotted on a plethora of commodities, from jewelry to tattoos, and as intellectual properties on movie screens and TV shows. It then licensed its logo, making billions of dollars in trademark rights, merchandise being sold all across the world from America to Asia and Europe to Australia. Hefner's 2005 TV show venture, The Girls Next Door, also came a large way in making Playboy and what it represents a major part of pop culture. Teens, youth, and the general population reformed their outlook towards sex, and a more liberal approach followed. The death of Hefner in 2017 might have caused some setbacks, given the already flourishing porn industry and Playboy's decision to refrain from complete nudity. It learned to reinvent itself. Well, it was only because of the revolution that Playboy initiated that today modern platforms, such as the OnlyFans network, have gained prominence. And guess what? Playboy has already launched Centerfold, a platform for content creators similar to the OnlyFans model. Not only that, Centerfold will be launched in Facebook's latest metaverse, led by Cardi B, yet again revolutionizing the sex industry. The rising platform runs in consonance with the long-lived legacy of the bunny logo, providing for a safe space for leading voices to creatively express their desires and exposition. The OnlyFans of the 1950s is back yet again with its online avatar. Hefner did change America, and not just that, he made millions in the process as well. So what do you think about Playboy's journey as the magazine that changed America? Have you ever gotten your hands on one of those? Do let us know in the comments section below. Slap that like button if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon below to never miss another Wealthy Mindset video, especially if you're interested in unexplored topics and interesting stories just like this one. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.